Recording is started. Okay.
That hurt my ears.
Me. Okay, anyway.
Hamburger.
Okay, we're beginning, okay?
Right?
In the wide expanse of the Solaria galaxy, there are two kinds of people. Those who think of it as an honor to work for Celestium Inc., and those who don't. Whichever side you are is irrelevant in this moment. Mainly because of the bullets of light streaking past the windows. This job was supposed to be easy. Just a routine extraction on one of the long-forgotten moons just beyond Celestium's territory. No one expected a monolithic ship to appear from out of the void and begin to attack. Sure, the Andromeda is fast. It's built to withstand brief attacks, but not this. Now, the systems are starting to fail. The shields are running out, and emergency lights are blaring in warning. Crew of the Andromeda, please roll initiative.
Oh, God.
Excuse me?
Oh, we're
Guys,
getting
let's make
into
sure
it
that our
already. Oh my
roles are
gosh.
being shown. I have
Oh
advantage.
man.
La, 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 la.
Okay, and also the map is finding the right tab. Map is
I'm not gonna lie to you.
open.
I don't know what number what these or what the numbers are on these dice.
All good, all good.
I'm
Oh my
changing them
goodness.
back.
Okay. Okay. The tokens. Oh, I don't need. I don't. Oh my goodness. Hold on. Clear. I've never done this. Well, I did it like once before. So hold on. Add to encounter. Or actually, clear encounter. Give me 1 second, guys. Oh, so this is the map. Oh, this is something I need to mention. Let me turn my music down low. There is one separate map for the outside of the ship, and then one map for on ship as well. So this is currently the ship. Hold on. Yep, this is your ship, the Andromeda. As you can find your characters everywhere. I'm going to add all of you to the encounter. And there we go. Okay. So, why are we not? Yeah, start combat. There we go. Okay. So,
Are we being boarded?
no. Or no. Okay. Let me find the right section. As the ship is being bombarded by attacks from the larger vessel just beyond you guys, all of you are kind of rambling about on the ship, and first person we zoom in on is Experiment 35. Is that what you want me to call your character, by the way? I want to make sure I get that right.
I don't think he would care.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Experiment 35. Let me get this ready. Ah, hold on. Okay. Okay. So, Experiment 35. You are in the gunning section of the ship. There's a window or like a screen projector kind of above you that lets you see sort of all around the ship, and you've got some guns that you can position forward, backward, just to kind of strike wherever you want. But before that, it is time for a flashback.
Ruh-roh.
Let me pull up the map as well.
I'm half expecting to hear elevator music as soon as we start this.
Okay. Experiment 35. You are in a stark white laboratory with fluorescent lights buzzing on the ceiling. The air smells thick with sterilization, but not not in a bad way, just clean, tidy, and there are several scientists sitting in front of you, just kind of observing what to do. And um, I wasn't able to add this, but over here there's just a pile of musical instruments for you to kind of check out, and they're watching what you do. So,
Um,
what will you do?
Now I'm assuming that this is basically directly after. I'm just gonna. I'm assuming my body hasn't fully formed yet, so I'm just gonna kind of like worm my way over there
Wonderful.
and just kind of like try to essentially get a feel for grabbing in a manner of speaking. Because like I said, the full like physical form hasn't entirely developed. So it's just kind of like sludge on the ground right now. And he's like attempting, and it looks like a little tendrils like reaching out. The closest comparison I can make is, have you guys ever seen like Spider-Man 3? Like when the symbiote is like
Yeah,
reaching out to
Yeah.
things, that's kind of what it's like. But he can't fully grasp it because his body is majority fluid.
beautiful. So there's, yeah, an array of musical instruments. There's like a trumpet, a flute, a guitar, like a little keyboard. Which one will you reach for?
I think initially, he's gonna like kind of work his way through everything as he passes over the flute and he's like feeling it out. He's gonna stick the tendril into the flute and then nothing happens, so he loses interest. The same with the trumpet. And as he kind of like hovers over the strings of the guitar, he accidentally plucks one of the strings, and the noise, unexpected, shocks him. So he pulls his hand back, or sludge, or tendril, or whatever. He pulls it back, and then he progressively, like, hesitantly reaches back out again, and just starts to like hover over each of the strings as they're each making noise, and not unexpected, he just kind of starts like plucking all of them to not really make any music in a manner of speaking, but more so just kind of like figuring out what is going on with this interesting device that's in front of him.
Wonderful. As you do that, you can see the scientists just kind of holding their their little notebooks, scribbling down notes. The head scientist kind of shakes his head, just not particularly impressed. He probably assumed you could do more than you could, but it seems as though music may not be of your particular talent. Um, and as you do that, we will pause for just a second, and a little bit of time passes by, and you're just, going through test by test, just getting studied as, just a normal part of your daily kind of day to day thing. And as we open up again, this time you are in the same kind of experiment room, same scientists around you, but this time there are several holographic, hologram beasts kind of off in the side, and there's a rack of guns positioned right about here as well. And once again, the scientists are watching to see what you do.
Um, I would imagine when you say a little bit of time has passed, how much time are we talking? Like, has this been like days, weeks,
Probably like a
or just like,
few weeks to months, probably.
okay. So initially, right, The creation of his form was pretty interesting because obviously he's been being studied this whole time. Um, and the closest thing he's had to any form of interaction would be these people. And, after crawling around on the floor for so long, he kind of looks over at the scientist and the tendrils push off of the floor and he tries to like morph his form to mimic that of the scientists. Um, and he does the best he can. Obviously, he's still a little bit droopy. One of his arms is too short. One of his legs is not quite solid enough to sustain, but he makes his way over to this area. So what exactly is there in this area for me to interact with as far as
Yeah.
these holograms?
Yeah, so basically there you can see from the ceiling there are three projectors above each of um little creatures. There's a door kind of blocking the exits, entrances. Yeah, and once again, just like a rack of various weapons over on this side. Just and this yeah, they're just watching to see kind of how you approach the situation.
I mean, in the same curious way that it was before. I mean, they're holograms, but I don't think he would know that. So I think he's gonna like cautiously approach these new quote unquote beings and attempt to reach his longer arm out and touch one of the holograms.
It just kind of flickers under your touch, but it doesn't disappear.
There's a moment of recognition because obviously sensory, there's not really eyes per se that are visible, at least not currently, but he is able to see in a manner of speaking. So as he sees this, the curiosity continues. So he just kind of continues to wave his hand through this unrealistic or this hologram. And can I roll perception to see if there's any way
Yeah,
I could like identify the fact that it's being projected?
sure.
Oh, I mean, I feel well. Would it be perception?
You can do like perception, investigation,
Yeah, it's not an obscure thing. It's just something that I would miss if I wasn't paying attention. So
an 8. Okay. I would say you can tell they're not like fully like forms, but they look real enough to you. You can't really tell that they're coming from the ceiling.
I mean, after I would say probably a couple minutes of waving his hand through, I would say each of these he moves between all three of them and is just checking to see if they're real. He would turn to the scientist and look, and then raise the shorter of his two arms and just kind of like wiggle it as he's seen the scientists do as like a manner of greeting to each other and just kind of wave. And he can't like vocally say anything yet, but um, yeah, I'd say
The
that's
sci
probably all that would
Yeah.
come out of that.
Okay, yeah. The scientists just kind of look at you and not and just write that in their notes. But then one of them, the lead scientist in the corner, he looks at you and says, "Experiment 35. There are weapons in the corner and enemies to annihilate."
There's just kind of like a gurgle. It's kind of like a combination of like when you're gargling water and like when a cat is trilling. If you think about it, it's like a very wet, like rumbling sound. It's kind of gross, honestly, to think about. I'm not even gonna try to create that, but so where exactly would they be?
They were like right about here.
Okay, so he's gonna go over and uh, I would say, are all of the weapons branded?
Yeah, they're Celestium ink.
Okay. Um, the one that I think sticks out the most, obviously, is the smallest of them, the handgun or the revolver, whichever would be present. Obviously, just some form of like firearm would be the one that intrigues him the most. He's gonna pick that one up very carefully, obviously. Um, and then I'm not imagining I'm imagining that there is a safety on this.
I think in
That's a
this, yeah,
question.
yeah, in this situation, there is a safety on the gun, but it is not on.
Oh. Okay, so he's I'm gonna obviously intentionally miss an attack here. He's gonna turn back around to the scientist and just kind of like look for confirmation, sort of.
The head
And
scientist will
like his
nod.
head turns and then the rest of his body turns, and as he's doing so, the the tendril like applies pressure to the trigger and it just lets a shot off
In what
in the
direction does that?
general
Yeah.
it's like in the general direction of the scientists, I would say probably, but it's not very well aimed or
Yeah.
even aimed at all. So if you want
You
me to roll to hit somebody, I will.
No, it's okay. You can see they don't flinch at all. They're just writing that down in their notepads. And then the
So
head scientist will motion with his hand at the creatures over here.
so again, he's going to turn towards the holograms. He'll get close and then he will kind of wave his hand through it again just to make sure that it's not physical, obviously out of caution. And then he's going to raise the firearm at the hologram and holding it about as steady as he can with this newer, unfamiliar shape to his body. He's gonna pull the trigger. Um, at least the similar sensation of pulling the trigger that he had before when he applied pressure. Um,
Wonderful. When you do that, the gun will fire, and it goes through the hologram right there, but this time the hologram disappears.
he would take a step back and turn his head again towards the scientists and just kind of like look around, confused. Make another
The
low-ish gurgling sound as if questioning what's going on.
the head scientist will nod at you again, looking more encouraging this time, and he'll say, "Well done, Experiment 35. You may continue."
He's gonna turn back around to the other two holograms. He's going to kind of, I would say, position the weapon in his other hand, the shorter of the two arms, um, to see if he can replicate the process with his other arm. Um, he's gonna, I would say, fire at the bigger of the two objects because obviously it's gonna be easier to hit.
Yeah, wonderful. Yeah, once again, as you pull the trigger, more bullets will fire, and they will hit, and it will disappear. And you can hear
As
scribbling
he's
on the notepads behind you.
mhm, as he's kind of familiarized himself with this process, he would turn to the third hologram, obviously at a further range. Um, I think I'm gonna roll to hit on this one just to see if I can actually
Okay.
land the target because the distance is
Yeah.
a little bit different.
Yeah, go ahead. Two.
That I mean, it's a hologram,
Yeah,
so
I
it's up to
say,
you if I hit that or not.
yeah, I would say it kind of skims right at the edge of the hologram, but it is enough to hit it, and it vanishes. And the scientist behind you will just look rather impressed, and the head scientist will nod, and he will say, "Very well, Experiment 35. You will make an excellent weapon one day."
And then
And yeah,
a
yeah,
shift
go
in
ahead.
tone, I would say, in the gurgle, is similar to kind of like a happier noise, just kind of like that he's receiving approval for this action. And then he's gonna like raise his arms in excitement, and then
Yeah.
uh the weapon will fall out of his hand, and he will just drop back into a pile of sludge.
Wonderful. In that case, we will move on to just checking. Ah, all right, back on the Andromeda. Next person was okay. Um, next person will be Diame, as you sit at the front of the ship, um, positioned by the um communications console, just
Mhm.
awaiting any messages incoming from the ship. And you know what? Actually, I did miss a part. Experiment 35, as we flash back into the present, you are once again at the gunner's channel or gunner's station, the enemy ship firing behind you. Um, and now it is your turn for an action. What will you do? You are muted, by the way, Rachel, if you were talking.
I'm sorry, say that one more time.
It is your turn for an action.
For an
Um,
action?
yes. You're
Okay.
just yeah, at the gunner's channel or station. I keep saying that gunner station, and also you all do have little comms devices as well, so you guys can communicate across the ship, like no matter like what room you're in or whatever.
Okay, cool. So the first thing that I'm going to do is, do I have any bonus actions? No, I do not. Bummer. Okay, so I'm going to position the are there any asteroids near the ship?
Let me pull up that map right here. And every space is 50 feet, and the Andromeda has 200 feet of movement.
Okay, well I can't move the ship at all. So
Oh, well,
no,
I
I'm
don't
saying
know.
like
Oh,
in the position that I'm
oh,
in
that's
the
right.
ship, it would not be my
That
role
is
to
true.
move the ship.
Yeah. Um,
Um Could I are any of the asteroids moving towards the ship, or are they just kind of like floating and hovering around?
I'd say some of the smaller ones, like this one. Yeah, hold on. Like this one's flying towards you guys, just kind of like in this general area. These ones are kind of drifting towards you. This smaller one, a bunch of these ones as well, and they're slowly just getting towards you guys.
Okay. I think noticing this, I'm going to take aim with the ship's weapons at the Valhalla and try and fire a shot off.
Okay, wonderful. And has anyone pulled up the Andromeda's character sheet yet either?
Can right now.
Wonderful, because there is some important information on there regarding health points.
Okay, there we go. We have a character sheet for it, or
It's a character sheet.
right, right,
You should
right.
just be able to see it on the D&D Beyond.
Right, right, right. Let me duplicate character sheet tab. Campaigns. Da 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 da. Sorry about this. Did not know I would
No,
need
you're
the
good.
ships.
All good, all good.
That's the user profile. Okay, that's wrong. I'm sorry. I'm very
All
uncoordinated. It's been
good.
a while.
All good. If you want,
So, how
yeah.
exactly am I going to make a ranged attack with
Yeah, I
this?
say if you have like a gun or whatever, you can fire your weapon and roll your damage and we'll multiply it by a number. I haven't looked at everyone's weapons yet, so I don't know how many damage die they do, but yeah, I'll tell you
Okay.
guys. I'll tell you what to do.
Cool. So I'm gonna roll that. That
Okay.
is a 23.
23. Yes, 23 will hit.
And then the damage die
Okay, 12.
is 12.
I think we will multiply that by 5 probably. Yeah, that probably sounds, or not 5. Let's multiply by 3. We multiply that, or I should have thought about this. Yeah. Yeah, 3 is good. Or maybe 2.
It's your
Yeah,
game,
we'll
Magic.
multiply.
It's your
Sorry,
choice.
I know. I'm thinking we'll multiply it by 2, so that is 24 damage to the Valhalla.
Okay. Holy, we
And
have not a lot of hit points. Oh my god.
yes, wonderful. And as you hit the Valhalla, you will see it kind of doesn't look like it really bothers it at all. And it just kind of continues towards you guys just firing shots at you. And we'll move back on here. Is that all you would like to do for your turn?
On the screens, am I able to see the ship? Like, is so you know how like on most spaceships, there's like on the monitors, do I have like an overview of the ship, like areas that are damaged, shield
Yeah,
integrity, stuff like
yeah.
that? Okay, cool. So I think I'm going to speak in this moment, obviously. And oh god, this is so dumb. Uh, he's got like intercoms, obviously, because everyone's a little bit spread out,
Mhm.
and he's gonna come over the comms and say, "Critical ship analysis indicates our shields are low, and there is major structural damage to the hull."
Great.
And that's
And
it.
it Yeah. And if anyone wants to respond, you guys can talk between initiatives technically because you are all on the same ship, so you guys can like respond just brief sentences and stuff.
And that's it. That's the end of my turn. I have one action, I believe.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Okay. One second. Whatever. Okay. And if that is all on your action, we're gonna skip past Diami real fast because Jay is not at the table, but we will move on to ah, Jadena. Jadena as the co-pilot or co-captain of this ship, second in command type. You kind of have free range over. You have a wide array of options of what you can do. Right now, you're kind of running between the gunner station and the helm. I'll let you pick which direction you're running, but before we get to that, it is time for a little flashback. Let me just. Okay. Un momento. All right. It is flashback time. Jadena, you
Yes.
are in the refinery on the planet Titan. You see workers transporting boxes, pushing carts. You hear the sound of hammers ringing through the air. The atmosphere is kind of oppressive, but in the way that an airplane hangar might be. You are kind of there to oversee the work, see how make sure everyone's following um, guidelines, not, participating in risky behavior, just kind of getting their jobs done as well. And what would you like to do right now?
I'm just gonna walk around, kind of look at everybody working, and I'm gonna say, accelerate your progress. The deadline is fast approaching, and I need not remind any one of you what happens should your work not be complete when the auditors come to inspect this factory.
You see, or you hear rather, the workers around you just all together, they say, "Yes, sir," and they continue their work, but a little more efficiently this time as well. And as you're kind of walking through, you see this guy pushing this cart just past, just bringing it along as one would normally do. And as he passes, one of your cybernetic arms kind of stiffens up for a moment, and steam hisses out of its joints. But once he passes, it goes back to normal.
I'm gonna walk over and say, you there, worker 2B, return to this position where I stand.
He'll kind of look back, just like me, and he'll
Yes, you.
he'll walk over and he'll say, "What is it, sir?"
Relay to me the contents inside of that wagon you were just moving.
It is just minerals we mined from the planet's core, sir. Normal things to be refined. And would you roll me just kind of a history check? Or I guess insight as well.
Oh shit, I had the wrong character sheet, my bad.
You're good.
Sorry, 1 second.
All good, all good.
See, here he is. You said history?
Yeah, and insight as well.
And insight. Ah,
Okay. So you kind of see this guy, he kind of looks a little bit nervous, but you would suspect that's just kind of you're kind of an intimidating guy. And as for your history roll, you know that this isn't the first time your arm has flared up, and you probably would have brought it to the foreman as well before, but it's been passed off. So,
oh, the minerals are like they're already like he already passed them off like they're gone.
like you've passed off the um little reaction by your arm, just as something that's kind of happens. Like you don't really know the cause of it, but just that it happens occasionally.
Okay. So I wouldn't like investigate further. It's kind of like just like, oh yeah, that happens sometimes.
Yeah, probably.
Okay. I'll kind of like just step. I'll like take a step closer and just kind of glare him down and say, "Very well. Return to your task at once."
He'll give you a little salute and nod, and then head back to his card. And yeah, as the day wears on, everyone continues their work, and yeah, just yeah, efficient as ever. And as the days pass, they turn into weeks, and a few months later as well. You are um the door to the foreman's office opens right up here, and you hear a voice call to you from the room. "Jadena, I wish to speak to you." And yeah, you can.
I'll say,
Yep.
"Compliance, foreman. The rest of you may not remain on task. Do not let me return and find you operating at less than optimal efficiency."
And I'll say once again, "Yes, sir." And as you move into the office, you will see Mr. Fox, the foreman, as well as a gentleman behind you that you are not familiar with. And when you enter, um, the other guy is kind of just kind of looking out the window, just observing the planet beyond, and Mr. Vox still sits in his chair comfortably, and he says, Jadina, I had something to discuss with you.
Compliance foreman. What requires my attention?
Well, as you see, um, the man behind me is the General Hale of Celestium, and he has he has requested your presence in one of his ships. And as he says that, General Hale will walk up and Mr. Vox will say, go ahead. And General Hale will kind of stand over the desk, just kind of looking at his fingernails for a moment, and then he says, I do apologize, Jadena. The commander was supposed to be here, but she had other duties off planet. I received word that a ship soon to be commissioned is in need of a co-pilot, a co-captain, and based on your records here, your reputation, we decided that you are the man for the job.
What would become of the workers below me?
They are not of your concern anymore. We we've already found a replacement officer for you.
As they say that, you're gonna kind of see like a little spark of electricity come from my eye, kind of like a sign that like I'm not happy that this is happening, but I don't really have a choice.
And the general he'll notice it, but he won't comment on it, and he'll kind of walk back to the window, look outside again, and then just back onto this side of the table, just idly walking around as he speaks. And he'll look at you again and he will say, the ship you will be co captaining is called the Andromeda, and it will be your home for the foreseeable future. You may have the rest of the night to get your affairs in order, but you will board another vessel at dawn and be on your way.
Will I still be permitted to communicate with my family?
Mr. Vox will look at General Hale and give and then General Hale will give a nod, and Mr. Vox will say, you will have ways to communicate on ship. Perhaps not in person communication for a while, but there are hologram projectors and various other screens that you may speak to them occasionally, yes.
When do I leave?
At dawn.
I'll just turn my head to the floor and I'll just say, compliance.
Wonderful. You may go. And he'll usher you back to the door. Wonderful. And as you leave the office, just do you want to kind of describe what you're feeling in this moment?
Um, I'll actually kind of add some flavor to that as I walk out. So, you know, despite me being, what I am, my elemental part of me is very tied in with my emotions, and typically, like similarly with all other elemental Goliaths, when fire Goliaths get mad, their fire burns hotter, so on and so forth. For me, when I'm angry, you know, my ice really frosts up, and as I step away, you can see the footprints of frost left behind because I'm pretty pissed off that this is happening. But I don't really have a choice in the matter, so.
Wonderful. Well, yeah, as you leave the office, we will cut back to aboard the Andromeda. Doo-doo-doo. right there. And flashing back into the present as well, Jadena, you hear the ship getting bombarded by lasers and bullets and all that stuff, and the alarms are still kind of blaring, just declaring the imminent danger you find yourself in. Um, would you actually, uh, let's see, roll me a, hold up one second, probably a history check or an intelligence or, yeah,
So history or intelligence?
or, roll me actually, yeah, just, yeah, either one, yeah.
So okay. uh,
Sorry.
it's okay.
Yeah. Wonderful.
15.
Okay. As you since you are pretty much second in command of the ship, you're quite well aware of the ship's functions and various abilities of the ship. And one thing you would know is that the ship is capable of traveling in hyperspace, and warping through distances, which could come in handy in situations where destruction is imminent.
Word, word. Uh, Now, I would assume that this may or may not be that situation.
Very good assumption. And also, one more thing. I would suspect everyone would know this as well, but to jump into hyperspeed, you can do it either from the helm or in a kind of the electrician's area. Kind of, that is in fact the wrong tool.
Oh,
But right about here, this is about the engineering and like engineering kind of area, if you can see that.
yeah.
And in order to travel to hyperspeed, it will require an action, and you will roll a d6, and the goal is to get a cumulative number of 15, and anyone can make these checks as well, just from the helm or the engineering section of the ship. Does that make
All right.
sense?
Yeah. I got you.
Okay, good, good. So yeah, you don't have to do that right now, but I just wanted to make that aware or yeah, for you guys.
I got you. Well, I'm actually going to do that right now because
Wonderful.
Yeah.
it seems like we might need that.
Beautiful.
So,
Cool. In that case,
um,
roll a 6 for me, please. 2.
okay,
Okay.
got two.
Yep, keep track of this, guys, as well. Um, Wonderful.
And
And yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say, as I start this up, I'm going to say over the intercom, "Go, Captain, to all crewmen. Prepare to brace for impact as I am activating the hyperdrive mode."
Oh God.
Roger that.
You got it.
Oh, what was
I
that?
love that. I love it. Yes. Okay. Yeah, and as you boot it up, you'll hear it kind of humming in the background as it gets prepared to kind of start working. And yeah, we will. Is that all on your action, or is that all your turn, or would you like to do anything else?
Uh, that's it.
Okay, great. In that case, we will move over to Dione.
Guys, I'm sorry. I I forgot to turn on the voice changer before. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. It was so good. I love it. Okay. One moment. Okay, Daimi, it is about your turn for your flashback. Daimi,
Yes.
it is quite a pleasant day outside. The wind is blowing softly from just blowing in cool air on the warm spring day. The sun is bright. There are butterflies, dragonflies just all fluttering around, and you are This was you were probably about 7 or 8 years old in this
Okay.
moment, and you're playing with your best friend, Eris.
So sorry for what's about to happen.
Yeah. Oh no.
Is there more that you were gonna say, or is it
Um. Yeah, you guys are just kind of running around, just playing
running
at the
around?
playground.
Okay. Is there like how on playgrounds they have like that wheel that just spins indefinitely?
Oh yeah. We'll say this thing kind of can spin. It's like a
Okay.
dangerous contraption, but it spins.
So young Daimi will go over there. He'll start spinning the wheel like back and forth. I don't want to do this, but I will commit. Eris! Eris, look! I'm the captain of a ship.
I mean, be be careful. It's it's going really fast.
That's the point. Uh,
I I I don't know. I don't think I could ever be a pilot of a ship like that.
Yeah, Daimi would just let out a laugh and um oh god. This is hard for me to do, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Eris, one day I'm gonna go to space and I'm gonna explore everything out there. And he'll point at um kind of just up in the sky, just randomly. I'm gonna go there, 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 and you're gonna come with me.
Eris will look up at the sky and kind of lean back too far and just kind of fall on the ground. And he's just kind of holding his hand up to his forehead to kind of block the sun as he looks at the sky. And he'll say, I don't know that I like just looking at the stars from down here.
But Eris, imagine all the fun we can have out there.
We can have plenty of fun down here. See, this is there's a jungle gym. There's hopscotch.
Well, this is fun, but imagine us going in space, exploring planets, going to our in this like planet that we're on right now. Are
Mhm.
we able to see any other planets in the sky or anything like that?
Yeah, I'd say yeah, you can. You can see another planet. And I'd say stars are even visible during the day as well.
Okay. Um, Taimi will kind of put his hands in a circle, kind of like a, a not a telescope, a binocular. I don't know the word. But he's gonna put it to his eyes, kind of look up at one of the planets or a star or whatever it is. But imagine how much fun it is to go up there. We could be walking on that planet right now.
I think I think if I did that, I think I would fall off.
Uh, I think with that, Daimi will just kind of be in his own la la land and just continue messing around with the wheel.
Wonderful. And as you guys play around, you just hear um Diami's mom just calling in the distance. All right, boys, it's dinner time. Come get your food.
Coming, mom! And they will head
Yeah,
out that way.
yeah, wonderful.
I hated every
And
part of that.
um, wonderful. Not that part, but yes. And now many years have passed,
Mhm.
and you both have grown grown up quite a lot. You've attended the um academy for space exploration and both kind of doing medicine, but Daimi has also dabbled in communications and such as well. And as you two are sitting at the table, Eris will look over at you, Daimi, and he will say, "So, what? You said you had some news to share."
Yeah, you'll see Daimi kind of very excitedly sweating, almost like he's, like he's about to burst with excitement. And he'll say, hold on, I gotta think of the voice here. Eris, you know how I've been talking about wanting to go to space for years?
Eris will nod. Yes, I do.
Well, I finally got the chance.
You'll see Eris looks kind of surprised, his eyes widen, but then he smiles and he'll say, "Wait, really?"
Yes, they're gonna keep me as a medic and a communications officer. And I finally get to explore space. Kind of my dream this entire time.
You see his eyes are just kind of bright. He's just so happy for his friend, kind of achieving his dreams in a sense. And he'll reach over and just kind of ruffle your hair and he'll say, "I knew you could do it! My best
Yes,
friend up in space."
drinks are on me today.
I was gonna say that.
That's too bad. Um, Also, you will see like Luna perched on. Luna is the owl,
Yeah.
just a white owl. You'll see it perched on Daimi's shoulder this entire time.
Cool. And Luna will chirp, just kind of seeing the excited atmosphere and kind of just gonna look a little annoyed when Eris ruffles Daimi's hair, but also just quite satisfied that everyone is happy. And yeah, after that news is shared, we will jump back to present day with Daimi. You are at the control panel. Let me actually pull that up. You're at the control panel at the helm, and actually, as you sit there, as the ship is facing barrages of shots fired and such, you will hear a kind of beeping coming over the communications, and it is from um the Valhalla, and words kind of flash on the screen as well as an automated voice, and it says, "Surrender now or die."
You'll see Daimi. He is profusely sweating now at this point. Uh, he'll turn back to the captain. Captain, you might want to look at this.
Oh, don't worry, Dee Dee. We got this. As he's just like, Captain T is just happy face, calm. Just kind of just both paws, little pause on the wheel, and just kind of like cruising, just effortlessly, just dodging.
I think Daimi's gonna be even more worried now.
What would you like to
Um,
do, Daimi?
oh God, what are my options here?
Well, you can respond back to the comms. You can
Mm,
do another hyperspeed little check. Um,
I think I might. I'll do a hyperspeed check. Where is that again? The
Great, you
helm,
can
and
do it.
then
You can actually, yeah, you can do it at the helm if you
okay,
like, since you're already there.
okay, and then what am I rolling again? The Wi-Fi cut out when you said that
Yeah, it's
part.
a D6.
D6. Okay.
Yep.
Uh, 5.
5. Okay, so you guys are up to 7.
Oh, okay.
Beautiful. Anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
Uh, I guess he'll just pray silently in his head.
Wonderful. In that case, Captain T, it is your turn. And let me just. All right. All right, all right, all right. Captain T, you are currently um at the prestigious college for pilots run by Celestium Inc. You are a little bit late to class, but the instructor kind of stands in the middle of the room, bunch of students sitting down, and it doesn't seem as though they've begun yet, which is fortunate. You're just barely right after the bell.
All right, cool. Captain T, but I guess he isn't captain yet, so we'll just call him Mr. T. I guess you can imagine that he's this five, not five, 3 foot little small teddy bear, barely trying to open like this door. He just kind of like walks in, and every step he makes goes squeak, 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 squeak. He makes his way, and as his best abilities, climbs up on this chair and just kind of right on.
As
He
you sit
doesn't.
down. Oh, you go ahead, actually.
He has his little small notebook and a pencil, and he's barely. You can just imagine. You can just see his little beady eyes, like right above the table, and his ears. Mhm.
As you sit down, you will see the students sitting next to you kind of give you a snarky sort of look and whisper to each other, and then they'll move away from you.
M-
And yeah, go
Mr.
ahead.
T will just kind of like sniff a little, like in the air. It's like, and in his mind, he's like, "Am I stinky today? Oh, I should have used some more fabric softener. God damn it."
And as everyone has now arrived to the class, your instructor Astra, will kind of begin talking, and she'll say, "Welcome, class. It is about halfway through the semester, which means it is time for your first flight flight simulations. And I'll call up each of your names, and you'll come in the middle here and just kind of sit in the pilot's chair and kind of see how you do. We've done a bit of reading on this subject, but nothing like this. So this will not be a graded assessment, but I believe if you've been paying attention, and maybe if the gift calls to you, you can excel to do great things in this class." And she'll kind of begin calling up student names, and they'll go up and test the flight simulation. And there are a bunch of people, a bunch of them crash, and there some of them manage to pull off a landing, but it's kind of a rough landing, and some of them don't even manage to take off at all. But finally, Instructor Astra looks over at you, Captain T, and you'll see there's a little bit of softness in her eyes. She kind of favors you, and she knows that the other students kind of talk behind your back. They're not really the kindest, but she'll look at her little attendance sheet and she'll say, "Captain T, it's your turn."
All right. And then as he gets out the chair, both paws on the floor go squeak really loud. And then again, every step, squeak, 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 squeak. And then just like quietly, politely prepares.
Wonderful. As you sit in the seat, it kind of adjusts around you. The headrest um, lowers, the arm rests. Actually, the whole seat, it gets taller, but the whole thing kind of shrinks down into a more compact size. So you are level with the screen, level with the what is kind of simulating the windshield of the ship, or of the spacecraft, and the steering mechanisms and all the little buttons, gizmos are just laid down in front of you. What will you do?
All right. And this is just flight. Me flying.
Yeah.
Correct. All right. What is cat or what is Mr. T seeing right now?
He can see it's a really pixelated, think kind of the, like, Windows 64 background, but with
Mhm.
trees
Mhm.
and, like, a runway.
Okay. I think, of course, Captain T is gonna do his best, and like kind of with his little paws with on the wheel or on the console or whatever, just kind of like cruising through, like dodging the trees, making his way. And is there guns on this?
Not on this simulation.
Oh, poor me.
For you.
Um, do its best. Is there any checks I gotta do?
No, you can just describe what you're doing.
I like to imagine Mr. T is doing pretty well because my guy's really cool.
Yeah, great. So as you're sitting in the seat, it kind of like vibrates, rumbles as an actual ship might, just to kind of make it more immersive. There's like they have fans positioned up to blow on you, but it's kind of breezing past your head, so like the little tuft of fur or like little fuzzy hair at the
Yeah,
top of your
like his
head
ears start
blows.
flapping
Yeah, yeah,
wildly, but it's just the
but
same blank smile and stare.
yep.
Mhm.
And as you do that, you kind of take off flawlessly and you soar into the sky. You even manage to do a couple swooping maneuvers through the air, avoiding a flock of birds seamlessly, and then you land back on the ground, barely bump the ground, and land softly and smoothly. And you'll see the other students, they'd been kind of talking, whispering amongst themselves. But then when you land, they kind of stop what they're doing and look at you. And Instructor Astra looks very impressed. And she'll say, "Well done, Mr. T. I knew you had it in you."
Mr. T will just get out of the seat with the loud squeaks and nod and then go back. Squeak, 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 squeak.
Wonderful, wonderful. All right. And as the class kind of winds down, the rest of your time at the school flies by in the blink of an eye. And in no time, you are about at graduation. And the room is warm and bright, big windows adorning the walls, gold all over, pretty much all the pillars, yeah, it's just a really grand affair. And you will see Headmaster Vale up at the podium at the front, and kind of behind you in the back of the room, you'll hear a couple little snickers from younger recruits, but if you look behind you, you'll see an older classmate graduating in your year will kind of give them a nudge and whisper in their ear, and then the younger recruit will look at you and just a little apprehensive but also curious. And then Headmaster Vale will begin speaking, and he will say, "Recruits, today is a big day, as you all know. It is always a pleasure to welcome new captains, commanders, generals into Celestium forces, but today is a special day because not only is this the largest class graduating yet, but it is rare for one to become a captain fresh out of graduation, and yet here we are." And he'll kind of look at you, Captain T, just kind of proud looking, and then he'll say, "But before I get too much more into that, I will like to welcome to this stand Commander Corvain." And he'll step aside, and there will be applause from all the students, and Commander Corvain will step up to the podium, and she'll give a similar speech, much about um, it is the pride of Celestium that you all are here and striving to be the best. And then she will pull out a little medal on a little red, like a velvet case, and place it on the podium before her. And she will say, "It is my greatest honor to announce the newest captain in our forces, one that will surely bring Celestium much success." And she'll look at Captain T and she'll say, "Mr. T, feel free to accompany me on the stage."
Mr. T will get off the chair with squeaks and every step. You know how it goes. And as he's going up very slowly, on this last like part of step, he kind of like trips and just face plants with a very loud squeak and uses his little front paws to get back up as if nothing happened and joins the commander.
Wonderful. The
All,
commander
all like
will, yeah,
stand tall and polite.
aw. And the commander will kind of walk around to the front of the podium so everyone can see, and then kind of hoping you follow as well.
Oh,
But then she will, she'll kind of bend down, but trying not to look like too like in not a patronizing kind of manner, just kind of like a "I need to get on your level to do this properly" kind of way. And she'll crouch down and pull the little medal from her case and just place it right on your chest. Just and above your heart pretty much. And she'll say, "Congratulations, Captain T. You will do many great things." And she will say, stand up again, walk back around, and she'll say, "Introducing the new Captain T, Captain of the Andromeda." And then students will applaud, and she'll say, "Captain T, if you would like to say some words." And she'll step aside. And
on the podium.
yeah,
Okay. Captain T makes his way with every squeak step. And as he goes on, he looks at all the students, tall and polite, and I guess from where they're standing, they can really just see like the top of his head. Um, and with a few words, Captain T will raise its paw out and just say, "Prosper and slaughter," and then leaves.
and at that, there will be a brief moment of silence, but then the crowd will erupt in just loud applause, and it's just a good day for Captain T. And as you sit back down, the day commences. Celebrations are in order, but that is not today. In fact, today it's a much different situation. You are under fire from an enemy ship, and yeah, you're kind of standing at or sitting at the helm of the Andromeda. What would you like to do, Captain T?
Hmm. Oh, how we look? How's the systems now? Like ready to like go into hyperspace or something?
You need a 15 and you are currently at a 7.
7.
Mhm.
All right. Mm, darn.
If you would like, you may move the ship as well as engage in the hyperspeed.
Can I do both or just one?
Yeah, you can do both if
Okay.
you'd like.
I'd say that Captain T, as he's driving, he's just trying to swerve all these with like ease. Maybe maybe
Yeah.
just kind of like flex his skill once in a while and just do like a, what was it, um like a roll, like a barrel roll.
Can you roll performance?
Oh god.
Oh shit!
Oh.
Okay, go Captain T. Yeah, as you barrel roll, you weave past asteroids. You'll even out the windshield, you can see laser beams flying
Oh my
past, and
god.
you're dodging and weaving in between them all. And you even do like a little loop, but you do it in such a way that no one is really jostled too much on the ship. Of course, there's a little bit of jostling, but you manage to avoid many more hits and asteroids and move away from the Valhalla. And if you would like, you may move the token. It's essentially 4 squares of movement.
Hmm. All right. I'd say we'll probably move towards the. I'll probably move away from the Valhalla. How much? Oh my gosh, that's a lot of speed. I
Hmm.
wouldn't go too far. Maybe like this far, just get some distance.
Yeah,
As well as I'd say I'll probably help with that hyperspeed stuff. Check.
wonderful.
And that's a 1d6.
1d6, yes.
All right. And as I'm rolling this dice, I say Captain T's like on the comms. He's like, "It'll get shaky." Oh,
Ooh, good job,
Thanks.
Captain T. You guys are at a 13. 13 out of 15. And as you roll that, you will feel the ship start to kind of vibrate more, and you'll see out the windshield blue lights streaking past as you begin to speed up, preparing to warp. And yeah, anything else on your turn?
no. I just say that like Naomi, if you were looking at Captain right now, he's just
Mhm.
chilling. He's just chilling. There's nothing wrong within those eyes. It's just pure happiness.
Okay, okay.
And if anyone would like to say anything at this moment as well.
Susanna will say, gyroscopic misalignment detected. Captain, are the theatrics really necessary?
It's fun.
This is.
That's it.
Mm.
Okay, wonderful. In that case, it is the next turn in combat. The Valhalla. As you start to soar beyond the Valhalla's reach, it will slowly drift towards you. It is not as fast, so it only moves kind of that far. But as it does, you'll if you look behind, you will see some hatches open up at the side of the ship, and a bunch of smaller little vessels will appear, and they will start moving towards you guys, and they'll move out, just closing in on you guys. And the Valhalla will send in another communications method, and it will say, "Interception imminent. Surrender before it is too late."
Uh,
And
would
yeah,
I
go
be the
ahead.
one hearing that?
Yeah,
Okay. I
and
think
if you
on
would,
comms.
yeah,
Oh, go ahead, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, if you would like, since you guys are all on this ship, you essentially share one combat turn, so you guys can do it out of order if you would like as well. But it
Okay.
is one action essentially per person still. Just same action economy, just you can do whatever order.
Gotcha. I think Daimi would just say, "We gotta get the hell out of here." Just over comms, just panicking. Daimi is full panicking right now.
Captain's still cruising.
Wait, so whose turn is it?
Yep.
Or we can
Let's do it.
all.
Experiment 35. Let's go EX 35. What would you do?
The closest ship, obviously. So probably the one that's like just to the left of the ship.
Okay. Yeah. So like this one.
Yep.
Great.
So Celestium, the Andromeda, blah blah blah. How do I address the ship? Ugh. It's not like the Starship Enterprise. I can't just be like, yeah. Okay.
I'm
Or
gonna
we-
attempt to. I'm gonna attempt to intimidate, and I just realized that the voice changer's on, so this is all coming through. And this is not my normal voice. Captain,
Okay.
patch me into comms.
Captain.
What? I
Patch me
I
into
did not
comms,
get
Captain.
it. I did not get anything from
Patch me into comms. Communications?
got it.
Thank you.
And you'll hear a little static go over your radio, and then you'll hear on you're assuming it's the correct chip, and it will say attempt at communication.
Celestium Andromeda. Paging Valhalla. Please stand down, or I will open fire.
Due to direct orders, we may not stand down. Surrender, or we will board your ship. And
Well, I would assume that you can't stand at all. You are a ship, after all.
Oh my god.
on the ship, we will destroy you if you want.
I would strongly advise against that,
Okay. And
lest you face the wrath of the entirety of the Celestium Corporation.
okay. Yes, would you like to roll intimidation?
Yeah.
A
Oh,
2.
no.
Beautiful. Or 7. Okay. You'll hear back on the comms. Due to direct orders, we may not surrender.
Well, that's unfortunate. Captain, open fire.
I'm just gonna
Make
fucking
them
unload on the nearest ship.
die!
I'm unloading on the nearest ship.
Okay. Yes, roll. Ooh, okay.
That is a 19.
Wonderful. 19
But it's
hits.
a dirty 19.
Yeah.
Unfortunate.
Yes, roll damage, please.
I can only see one number.
11?
Okay.
Okay. So you do 22 damage to that fang, and as it hits with the bullets, it kind of flickers a little bit. There are some sparks in the air, but it's it kind of falters in the air a little bit, but it stays up and kind of yeah, it stays there pretty much.
All right. We're patching back into comms with the rest of the ship, and we're just gonna yell,
Captain, get us the fuck out of here.
On it! And I will roll a 1d6.
Wonderful. And
Oh,
okay. Well,
Oh boy.
yeah.
oh, missed the button.
As you do that, the ship will kind of shudder a little bit, but the blue will become a little bit more prominent, flying past the windshield, but you guys do not yet warp away.
Sensors are indicating unsafe fluctuations in the warp drive. Please hurry.
Jadena, would you like to do anything?
Yes, I would.
Wonderful.
I'm gonna come over the comms and say, that was quite foolish of you to attempt to disable their ship knowing that we are heavily outgunned. Stabilizing warp drive activation sequence.
Let's go.
Okay. Wonderful. As you roll, or as you reach the number you need, you'll see more blue light streaking past the windshield, more rapid now, and getting brighter and brighter and brighter as the ship rumbles more prominently, and as um you hear the Valhalla try to communicate over the comms, but it is cut off as there is um a loud sound, and that is not the music that meant to play. Didn't realize it was gonna do that automatically. But yeah, there was a kind of a loud sound as you guys warp away, and we're gonna just do this and 1 second. I had this prepared and then I lost it. Yes. Oh well, okay.
Excuse me.
Well, there was meant to be a sound effect for you guys, but I accidentally got rid of it, I think. In a momento. Just one quick second.
Dude.
Not that one. This one. Oh, yes, I remember now. Okay. Yeah, so as you guys warp away, you will hear, or there will be a loud flash of light, and you will hear kind of. That is not the one either. Guys, pretend that was a different sound. Pretend that was a hyperspeed sound.
Okay.
And it goes. Oh, this is the one I wanted. And you guys appear right outside Spaceport 198. And your little ship is right here. And as you near this spaceport, you just kind of blip out of existence, or blip into existence, basically. Behind you, there's no portal or anything. You'll see various, or fewer ships than you would expect, kind of docked at the spaceport, and it kind of looks like a slow day for business today. And as you approach, you will hear on your comms device, and it will say, requesting clearance to land.
Captain?
Are we saying that?
Wait, are we
The
requesting?
It's coming.
Yeah.
Oh, it's coming from the It's coming through your comms device from the landing bay.
Please tell me you didn't lose the clearance again.
Oh, don't worry. I got it. Let us land.
That is
Captain, the
not how that
clearance.
works.
Captain, I have memorized the clearance code. Permission to land from Co-Captain Jenna. Clearance code 266501.
There will be a brief moment of pause, and you will hear back through the comms, CEL 1739 freighter, the Andromeda. Clearance approved. And
Thank
you may land your ship, and whoever wishes to fly the ship can move I believe you should be able to move the character token. Wonderful. And as you land, 1 second. Yeah, you will land, and there you'll see this woman kind of coming up to the ship. And what will you guys do in the meantime? Are you guys getting off the ship? You guys staying on?
I'm gonna go find Captain T, and I'll just walk up and I'll just be like, Captain, if I may have a brief word with you.
Let's see. What time is it right now?
What time is it?
Base o'clock.
You guys have been awake for quite some time.
It's past my bedtime. I must sleep. As Captain gets up on his two legs, he as he gets out of the seat, he face plants and he's sleeping.
Don't you
I-
not need to sleep?
I'm sleeping.
Oh my gosh.
Janelle's just gonna stand there and he'll just have a spark of electricity come out of his right eye. I'm gonna turn to Diame and say, have you not memorized the landing code yet?
I'm sorry, I'm just not used to combat yet. In that panic, I kind of forgot. And with the barrel rolls and everything, my head just isn't clear right now.
Our captain has quite unconventional methods of achieving the objective. It is important that we remain to stay on task, in spite of that.
Uh, at this point, Daimi, I assume Jadena is like super tall, right?
Oh, he's like 7 feet tall.
Yeah, Daimi is like very intimidated by you right now, especially after seeing the electricity from your eyes. Uh, he's just gonna agree with everything you say.
Can I
Yeah, I
can
agree.
I can I insight?
You can,
Oh.
yeah. Oh shit.
Ooh.
You can roll deception if you'd like, Diami.
No, he's too nervous. It's too obvious. Um, so yeah, you'd see Daimi kind of sweating. He's kind of cowered or like hunchback a little bit. And he's stuttering with his words as well whenever he talks to you. That's what you'd see from that.
I'm gonna take a step forward here. I'm just gonna lift my hand up, and it looks as if I'm about to do something crazy, and my hand's gonna come down super fast, but I'm just gonna place it gently on your shoulder. And you'll see my eye centers will change color from like a orangey to like a soft blue, and say, I understand your apprehension. It is quite difficult being in a new environment, not knowing your crewmates or being well versed with combat. In time, you will adapt, and you will soon be able to stand with the rest of us, even Captain T.
So thank you.
You're
You
welcome.
can tell Daimi just wasn't expecting this. He thought he was dead right there.
I am aware that my outward appearance is unsettling. It causes me bits of discomfort as well. But know that I have the team's best interest within my cervical cortex.
Of course, of course. We should get out of here while we can.
Compliance. I'll just walk away.
Captain
gonna-
T is snoring softly, and you can just see like a what is it? Like a snot bubble just blowing.
Just
I'm
gonna
gonna
hear over comms, literally.
Permission to leave my cage?
I'll respond in the comms. 035, compliance. You can now exit the gunner bay.
He's just gonna like sludgify out of the chair and like crawl forward, and then open the door and just kind of like move out towards the rest of the ship. I don't know exactly where the exit is, but
Oh yeah, the
he's just gonna
exit.
kind of linger and wait for everybody else to come.
The exit will be about right here. Or is that the exit? Uh,
That was
yeah,
the
that'll be the
engineering.
exit.
Or no.
Well, I think engineering
That
is
was
here.
that. Okay,
This
okay.
this is the exit. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just gonna reach down and like just pick up the captain while he's snoring and just carry him.
He's
We-
out for
we
4 hours, by the way. This is my long rest.
Oh my god.
Oh
I'm just
god.
gonna carry the captain with me.
I'll just follow behind.
You know, what'd be really funny is if I had to carry the captain and it was just inside
He's
my
just
body.
covered in sludge afterwards. Oh, where's the exit again? It's over here?
Yeah,
Or
it's this one.
okay.
Wonderful. Yeah, so as you guys approach the door, there's kind of a little button at the side, for if you want to open it up. Um,
I'll turn to Diame and kind of like just as like a not like a telling him what to do, but kind of like a,
Mhm.
do the honors. Like, please release the door hatch, Diame.
Yeah, he'll start messing with the buttons and get it open.
Wonderful. Yes, and as the door opens, you are greeted with the bright light of a sun, like some far, far off in the distance, but it kind of shines bright. And as you exit the ship, you are greeted with. Actually, I need to get your character tokens on here. I forgot about this part. But you guys, uh, yeah, you guys exit the ship, and this woman comes up to you, and she's kind of dressed in um overalls. She's got some wrenches sticking out of her pockets and such, and she looks at you and 1 second. There we go. And she says, "I suspect you're the crew of the Andromeda."
Indeed, we are. Unfortunately, our captain is currently unconscious, so I will be the spokesperson for the party.
She'll look at Captain T in your arms and look kind of puzzled, but she says, "Well, did you have a rough time getting here?"
Indeed, we did. We encountered a bit of resistance, however, we were able to arrive here mostly intact.
Mostly is kind of a strong word for that. And she'll glance
Actually, I was gonna
sideways
turn
at your ship.
and just like look at the ship and then look back with this questioning look. Like, is it not obvious that it was a struggle to get here?
As you look back at the ship, you see several panels have come loose. Sparks are coming out, wires are loose, and um, the mechanic, she will step up and hold out a hand to shake to Jadena, and she'll say, "The name is Vega, Vega Knox, and I'll be your mechanic on this here ship. First, um, since you are claiming to be part of Celestium's whole shebang, I will need to take a little scan, take a little look-see over here." And she'll walk up to the gangplank and pull out a little scanner device, and there's a little barcode right up just beyond the entrance, and she'll scan the code, and it will, on the screen, it will flash CEL 1739 Freighter, the Andromeda, property of Celestium Inc. And she'll give a little nod, and from previous experience docking at ports such as these, you will know that this is standard procedure for Celestium ships, basically to ensure that you actually are registered with the company, and therefore you do not need to pay out of pocket for repairs or anything of the sort. Um, and 1 second. And then Vega will look over at you, and she'll say, "Okay, you guys are good to go, but due to the nature of your ship, it will take probably a good day or two to get everything sorted out. Should things go according to plan. If not, it could be a little longer, maybe 3 days or so. But you all do look quite tired, so I would suggest heading over to Larry's, maybe getting a drink, getting some food. There's a little sign-in desk where you can find a place to rest if you need to sleep." And she'll point off, if you look, follow the pointer, Larry's is this direction.
Wait, hold on. I was zoomed in too
You're
Yeah,
much.
I was
Where
good.
is
just
it?
in
You're good. Larry's is right over here. And
Okay.
actually,
over
back to
there.
this
Okay.
side. Yeah.
It looks like the place with the tables.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And yeah, that's yeah.
Before we go, I'll say inquiry. Before we depart, I must retrieve some items from the ship. I do require to change my power cells every 3 cycles.
Yes, you may. Go ahead. I don't want to harm you guys or anything. I'm just doing my job. I'll
And I'll
begin work,
just kind of,
guys. Yeah, once you guys are gone out of here.
we'll say I grab my power cells, boop, 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 come back, and yeah.
Wonderful. Great. In that case, will you guys head over to Larry's?
Yeah.
Me.
Perfect. Perfect. Okay. Let me just bring you up here, and I
Peas, what
believe
does that
it is.
mean?
Let me pull up your character tokens, actually. I got everything else prepared except for you guys. Oh my god. Okay, I thought the tokens were really tiny for a second. I was like, oh no. They were not tiny. Okay. Great. Yeah, so as you guys enter here, um, you it's kind of quieter than you might suspect. Um especially at this spaceport, you've heard, and as well as from being here in the past, it's been a lot livelier normally. But if you guys want to make your way inside, you'll see this little device here. It kind of books your stay in any rooms in the inn, and then you can. This is kind of over there is kind of the way to the inn, but yeah, you can get any drinks, food, and whatnot as you would wish. So yeah, just do what you would like.
I guess I'll come up to the machine and like reserve. I mean, would Captain T like need or want his own full room, or would he kind of like just bunk with someone else?
What do you
Mm,
think?
I don't
We're
know.
asking about soul here. Why did I just roll intimidation?
um,
I didn't. That was a long time ago.
what do you think Captain T wants?
I feel like he probably would want a whole room to himself.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So then I'll book a room for
Yeah, you
Captain
book a
T.
room and then you just freaking throw him on the bed and just leave.
No, basically, yeah, I'll
Yeah.
just book a room for him. Then I'll ask Diami, do you require a room for yourself?
Yeah, that would be great. Thank you.
I'll just book a room for all four of us. It will a room for each of us individually, but yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with
Um,
you. I don't need a room. If you look closely at my character, he is carrying a bucket,
oh, okay, I
and
got you.
that is he just sleeps in the bucket.
We're 035. You may share a room with Diami.
Uh, okay.
He only exists within the bucket, so I do not think that he will impede upon your privacy too much.
Yes. It's no problem.
If you need to put me in the corner, that's fine.
I
I
may
will.
just do that.
He's gonna
You
droop
two may go and
just a
mingle
little bit.
amongst the. Just- you two may go and mingle amongst the bar folk. I will take the captain back to his quarters.
This character's so dumb.
All right, and as you kind of entered the tavern, or yeah, you guys can. We'll split off to the inn first. I didn't think to add any other character tokens to this thing, but pretend some rooms are occupied. And we got Captain T and Jadena.
I'm gonna just walk down here and I'll like find whatever room's the captain. And I'll just kind of go in here and I'll just set the captain down
Oh, I thought
on.
you were just gonna throw me.
Oh
Slam her down.
no! After I put the captain down, I'm just gonna stand there and stare for a little bit. And I'll just kind of
He just has like that. Just look at the token. That's his face, even though he's
like
sleeping.
I'm
He's
just gonna
just sitting
stand
there.
there. Like
And
and
as you, yeah.
I was gonna say as I stand, like there's like zaps of electricity. There's frost flinging up from the floor. Like the room is kind of turning pretty cold with like an electric, hum in the air. And I'm just standing there looking like, how did it come to be that I was assigned beneath a literal teddy bear for a captain, despite my reputation of being more than above reproach? It is the highest level of embarrassment that I have ever known.
Captain T just smiles. He's just sleeping though. That's just his face.
Oh. Well, Jadena, as this is not your first time staying at Port 198, you will know that the lights are hooked up to kind of a switch that you can set, kind of like alarm sort of thing, but you can set it to be kind of like moonlight or pitch black, or to kind of mimic the sun rising when you want to wake up in the morning. And you can adjust that however you wish.
Um, I will just set it to moonlight.
Wonderful. And will you do anything else?
Yeah, I'll step out and head back out to the bar.
Wonderful. In that case, we will jump back here. Um,
Just so you know, Captain T heard all that.
ooh.
Okay.
But you don't
Captain
know
T will
that. You don't
remember
know
that.
that. You don't know
It's,
that.
I feel it's like the
What a
RPG. It's like
rookie
Captain
mistake.
T will remember that in the top
Mhm.
right.
Mhm.
It's the Telltale game, bro. We are cooked.
Great. As you guys approach the little bar counter, the bartender will walk up and he'll say, I didn't expect to see customers right now, but what can I get started for you?
We would like 3, and he'll look over to EX35, wondering if he can drink or not.
You're gonna
Uh,
find out.
I guess we'll like 3 of your cheapest ale.
Yes, sir. I can do that for you. And he'll reach under the bar and pull out 3 glasses, and he'll kind of do a little spin move and like with the glasses, and just kind of pour some stuff in it and pass it out to you guys, and then kind of go over to help out this customer.
I mean, Daimi's gonna
There's
wait to see what EX35 does.
there's no chair. So you just see one of his legs like morph into a shape similar to the seat that you're sitting on. And he just props himself up because he doesn't have muscles, so there's like no fatigue in that. He's just kind of like propped himself up there in a comfortable stance. He's gonna grab the glass and look over at Daimi and say,
You want to see a trick?
Sure.
he just sticks his hand into the glass and absorbs the liquid, and that's it.
I think at this point, Daimi would realize all of his crewmates are a little bit weird, and he'll just start drinking.
Great.
Uh, J-
Oh, you actually, yes, go ahead.
I was gonna say, Jenna grabs his mug and he's just gonna chug it all in one shot and just slam it back on the counter.
Oh my god.
Wonderful. Can each of you please roll a DC 10 perception check?
Perception.
Got me a 14. Oh my
Wonderful.
god, someone has like volcanic dice. What is that?
That was me, my bad.
Okay, great. So everyone except EX35, you'll see kind of in the corner of the, where's my tool? Kind of in the corner, the bartender has a little TV positioned right up here, if you guys can see that. And on the screen, you'll see it seems to kind of be the aftermath of this big ol' event. There are red carpets all over the place, little those red ropes with like the gold like you'd find at like the red carpet essentially. And you'll see 2 reporters up on the screen. There's a guy and a girl, and they'll just be talking about the event that just took place. And the girl will say, or the woman, I guess, she'll say, I wish we could have events like these more often. The turnout was wonderful. The decorations were peak as always, and the royal family, they looked quite lovely tonight. And the guy reporter will nod and smile, and he'll say, I certainly agree. I do wish we could have seen more of Princess Azaluria, however, but everyone else looked wonderful. And as he says that, you can, um, kind of, the bartender will kind of walk up on you guys, seeing that you've seen the TV, and he'll kind of, lean in and whisper, you know, they're talking about the royal family looking all nice on there, but the princess didn't show up to the coronation, and I heard rumors that she wasn't even there at all. But what can I say? Those are just rumors.
My face is gonna turn up, like I'm just kind of like doing whatever I was doing while they were staring at the TV. I'm gonna look at them and
Royal? What does that mean?
Sorry, would you repeat that first word you said again?
Royal?
Royal. Okay. Um, he'll look at you, just kind of like squint his eyes, like, why don't I get you another drink? And he'll pull out another glass and fill it up and slide it over.
he's gonna he's gonna look up at the bartender and ask,
How old do I need to be to drink this?
Oh,
The bartender will pause for a second, and he'll reach back under the counter and pull out a book and flip through a few pages and until he lands on one that if you kind of peer over the counter, you can see it says plasmoid, and he'll say, hmm, it says 2 months here, if I'm correct.
Good.
Good. And he'll nod and put the book away.
and he'll
And
just stick his hand back in the glass.
wonderful. Um,
To
and
answer your oh my bad.
oh no, you can go ahead.
I was gonna say, to answer your earlier question, 035, royalty, a dignitary or role of importance assigned to one either through heritage or noble acts.
So, if I do good enough, Celestium will make me royalty?
Unlikely, but you've got the
Oh,
general idea.
okay.
Wonderful. So as you guys kind of sit at the bar, just kind of talking and just hanging out, just chilling and such, you'll see that the tavern starts to fill up with more customers, just milling about. It seems that since the event is now over, of the coronation, essentially, it seems that a lot of people are. They probably wanted to go out and watch the event, maybe have parties and such. And as the events are now over, people are finally coming out and about, coming to the tavern and such, and the air is a lot livelier now than it previously was. And let me just make sure of something real fast.
My
The
sister's
story needs
calling me. I'll
okay.
be right back.
Oh, okay. Well,
I would say,
yeah.
just to clarify, when I touch things, there is no residual fluid. Like I'm
Okay.
not slimy. I'm just made of goo.
good to know. Good to know.
Good to know. Good to know. Yes. Yeah.
How
So
much time has passed by, you'd say?
like half an hour.
Oh, okay. He's still sleeping.
Okay, great. Um, yeah, so as you guys are mulling about, just kind of chatting, and people are coming in, you'll hear the door open, and one second. Yeah, the door will open, and from behind you guys will appear some familiar figures, of which above table I haven't told you about because I thought about them last night, but in game you would recognize them as a rival Celestium crew. And let me just pull it. Yeah, you would know that this is the crew of the Zenith, another freighter, and you guys essentially compete for tasks to complete and to see who can do the best job, essentially.
This guy's name
And
is Sparkplug.
I'll let you guess who thought of that. And
Was it your sister?
no. And as they approach, you'll see in the front Skipper. He is the captain of their ship. He will approach and he will say, well, 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 if it isn't the lousy crew of the Andromeda. And that is where we will end the session.
Oh
Yay.
man, I should have been human so I can flirt with them. A potential flirting.
I mean, you
It's a
still
good thing
can.
you're not human.
You still can.